What's going on, guys? This is Riggs. Welcome back to the channel, and I got a brand new video on the brand new map, Sanhok. If you guys don't know, the only way you can play this map right now is in the Chinese version. The Chinese version is a couple updates ahead of the global version, and we're going to be jumping in. Hands down, the hottest drop location out of all three maps. To me, this is like Pachinki, School, Picado, and Hacienda all thrown into one. With all the different structures, it's dead center in the map. There's loot freaking everywhere. And what I've heard and what I've noticed is the loot is much more condensed in this map, considering it's a smaller map with much faster gameplay. They want to make it to where you didn't have to spend that much time looting. You drop in, you get the goods, and you start going to town. So the first weapon we pick up is a UMP, and we saw one guy right here in his this yellow tracksuit. He had I think he had a crowbar or a machete. Yeah, definitely don't want to bring that to a gunfight. So that's the first kill on the books, and we're just going to continue looting up real quick. We do have a level 2 helmet, and we have a level 2 vest, and we have a level 1 bag at the moment, and a UMP with tons and tons of ammo. But yeah, so since I started playing this map, I have began exploring some other locations. But if you want action right out of the gate, immediately, this is where you want to go. And you can already hear the gunfire. There's grenades going off. It's seriously, it's insane how condensed not only the entire map is. It's half the size of either of the other two maps. And we can see a guy taking shots over there. You can see we do get a hit, but of course he's just going to run around behind the building. We did have a hit. We can see footsteps on the mini map right there, and I'm not sure if you guys can hear them, but they are clear as day. So we're going to try to locate this guy and make our way out to the roof. And like I was saying, there is loot freaking everywhere. One thing I've failed to mention, I did do squads. Now, nobody that I know has the Chinese version downloaded, except one person. Shout out to Rogers. He is my Chinese translator. We do take a couple shots right there, so we just dip down for cover. But I am doing squads. I went ahead and just did a random squad, and of course I've already made a video on it. But it's not my favorite thing to do, so we'll go ahead and grab this AKM right here. And we're just going to peek out this window, and we can see a bad guy running right here. So we do have that 3X. We're going to go ahead and take him out. Absolutely loving the new scopes. The 3X and the 6X. I have played around with the 8X on this map, and I'm telling you guys, it is a no-go. There's just way too much foliage, the trees, the buildings, the hills. There's just way too much going on for an 8X. In my opinion, a 6X is absolutely perfect for this map, and I love the look and the feel of the 3X. So we're on this roof right here. We are still trying to do some looting, is what we're going to do. We went ahead and swapped out the UMP for the AK, and we'll go ahead and grab this health back. And again, you can just hear shots, and you can see them going on everywhere. So we're just looking at our location as far as the mini map goes, and we're gonna head up into this building right here. And we are still in the zone. We can hear the footsteps. It sounds like they're coming from up top. I can even hear that it sounds like a guy just proned out right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our way out this door, and it seems like he's right above me. And we're going to take a risk going to the red zone. And look, there he is right there up on the top. You can see he is proned out. We're taking a couple shots at him. So we're going to dip back. And we'll come back inside the building, reload. And here he's going to come in. He's going to challenge. He's going to challenge. And we end up taking him out. We get the knock and we get the kill with the AKM. The AKM, again, like I said, at any range, especially close range, just freaking shreds. So we'll go ahead and heal up. And what does he have? He's got a health pack, and he's got a QZB. You guys know how I feel about the QZB. I'm going back to his box. I'm thinking about it. Nah, I'm going to stick with the AK. We do have a shotgun in our secondary. Again, we hear shots coming from all over the place. Just try to see if we can see anything. And one of my teammates right now is unfortunately ripped. And we're just trying to peek out here because we can hear the gunshots. But we're just trying to see if we can see anything. And you know what? I decided, you know what? Let's get it. Let's just get the QZB. I know I've talked a lot of shit about the QZB, so I'm going to give it another try. I have learned a little bit more about the new attachments, the half grip and all that. There are I think there's 3 new attachments. So I'm hoping that's the reason why I didn't like it. Maybe I didn't have it, fully kitted. But there is a lot of kick to this gun. A lot of power, but a lot of kick. I imagine once you learn how to control the recoil and find that idle loadout, there's another level 2 vest. Ours got blown up. Another one of my teammates is knocked, but they are so far away, there's absolutely no way that I can get to them in time. So it's just me and one other guy right now left in our squad. We got a little bit of ways to get to the safe zone. You can see the gunshots and hear the gunshots just off in the distance. So we're just trying to look out this door to see if we can see anything, and we cannot. It seems as if the gunshots, the firing has ceased. So we're gonna make our way out here. So we are now in the safe zone. But I gotta get out. It is way too much to handle. Too much of that military base. You can only handle so much. All right, so this is the moment, as you guys saw in the thumbnail. I've been looking for the flare gun for probably a hard 2 weeks. I've been trying to find this flare gun, to the point to where I thought it might not actually even be in the game. I've seen it, like, people have been talking about it in beta. In the PC version, it's available in custom matches. So I look up in the sky. Without a doubt, I knew. Look at that. It looks like a star in the sky, yet it's as sunny as a summer day. And I knew right when I saw it, I said, the flare gun is actually in this game. And I'm telling you, think about that. For 2 weeks, since I pretty much downloaded it, I've been trying to find the flare gun. Of course, I didn't find it, but someone else did, telling me, meaning that it is in the game in this Chinese version. I think it's 0.8.1 is the version. And right here, look at this. Look at it parachuting down. You can see it's like 2, if not 3 parachutes. And check this out. If you look closely, I don't know if you can screenshot or zoom in, but if you look closely, you could see the outline of tires. Now, rumor has it, and it would make sense, but rumor has it, if you find the flare gun and you shoot the flare gun outside of the safe zone, which is what we are. If you look at the minimap, we are well outside of the safe zone. I'm just trying to get closer, see if I can get a closer eye on this thing. But if you shoot the flare gun on the outside of the safe zone, supposedly it drops the armored vehicle. I don't even remember what the acronym is for it. QZA or UAZ or something like that. But it's an armored vehicle that's supposed to be super, super badass. And if you shoot the flare gun inside the circle, that's where it drops a special crate where you get double the weapons and, double the loot as opposed to a normal crate. So as you're making our way over here, we could hear the vehicle speeding off. Again, I was not able to have an actual visual of this thing, but we did see it parachuting down from the sky, and I zoomed in. I looked really, really closely. It was not like a square or rectangle crate. It was a straight up, it looked like the outlines or like the silhouette of a vehicle parachuting down. So I'm trying to bring that content to you guys. Hopefully I can find one. The second I do, I'll be uploading that video. So there's my next teammate. He is ripped. He's now knocked. And again, I hadn't even seen in my teammates. Everyone just kind of jumped wherever. It's just one of those things that kind of happens when you have a random squad. We're making our way through the forest. We're trying to get a little bit deeper into the circle, because right now I do not like being on this edge right here. So then there was one. So all 3 of them are ripped. There is, I think, 1, maybe 2 people left online. We find this crate right here. It looked like the coast was clear, and it is going to be a Mark 14, so I'm going to pick that up. So we have an AKM Mark 14 loadout. Absolutely love it. And the Mark 14 is an absolute beast. If you haven't tried it, you definitely want to get your hands on this thing. It is a really, really good marksman's rifle. So we're gonna make our way over to these buildings right here. We can still hear gunshots popping off everywhere. So we're gonna make our way into this building right here. And again, not even sure exactly where the heck I am. But yeah, we're trying to see if we can get a visual. We can hear the gunshots, but we cannot see anybody yet. So I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer. We're just kind of hopping in between these buildings. So we're gonna try to peek out here, and we'll see if we can see. Yeah, it looks like we can see. We can hear the footsteps. And there he is, right there, coming across the corner. We go ahead and get the knock, and we will go ahead and take him out. Not even sure. Look at the playback. Not even sure why I didn't loot him. But look at the mini map. We can see the. We can hear the footsteps. We can hear the gunshots. This place is a freaking war zone. Every single time I come here, it's crazy. And the fact that, so we see this guy right here. We got the Mark 14. 2 shots. We go ahead and get the knock. We'll go ahead and take him out. And I'm telling you guys another thing. The Chinese version, I don't know what it is. I mean, we know the Chinese are OP, but I'm telling you guys, the Chinese version, to me, is so much more difficult than the global version. Not only are there less bots, but these guys know how to play the freaking game. And especially in solo. Solo is very, very difficult. I mean, I can get to the top 10 very often, but it is really, really hard. So we see this guy shooting up the hill right here. So we'll go ahead and take him out. Just a few shots, 2, 3 shots from the Mark 14. And look at hardly any recoil. I'm also, speaking of which, since we were talking about how difficult it is to find the flare gun, another weapon that is in the game that I have yet to find is, unless you're in the arcade sniper mode, or the sniper training, is the SLR. I've yet to find the SLR in classic mode. It is going to be a very, very rare weapon, and for good reason. Since we were just talking about how the Mark 14 has hardly any recoil. We see this guy right here. We go ahead and get the knock on him. He was right behind that tree. The SLR is also another really, really rare weapon. I imagine they you know, make the world spawns rare just because, I mean, they're freaking OP. You know, I made a video on featuring the SLR, and we were just shooting it in the at the shooting range. And same thing with the flare gun. Obviously, they're not going to be making flare guns as common as the QZB. We see this guy running right here behind this rock. This guy definitely looked like a bot, but nevertheless, we still got to take him out. And look, you can see the footsteps. You can see all these guys. You can see this guy running right here. We can go ahead and take him down. And we're just seeing, I mean, there are shots all over the field right here. We can hear the footsteps, grenades going off. We are up to, what is it? We're up to 9 kills right now. And we got 9, we have, let me see, we got 6 more to go. We have 6 more kills to go. But yeah, and I know I was talking about, and that's another reason why I want to familiarize myself more with Erangel and the type of gameplay in Erangel, is because everything on Sanhok is that much more to the extreme. Goon, if you watched this far, this deep into the video, there was this match, I shit you not, top 10, I was prone for at least 5 minutes in the grass. Ghillie suit or not, there's parts in this map where the grass is so tall, you're just not gonna be able to see them. So you find yourself, as crazy as it is, you often have to play very, very passive. You have to play very, very passive on this map. So you see these 2 guys that jump out of this vehicle right here. We go ahead and get the knock on one, and you can see his partner right there. And yes, he is in fact wearing a ghillie suit. So when I saw this guy, and we get 1 shot on him, you can see he dipped behind that rock, and I said, I have to get this ghillie suit. Yeah, ghillie suit or not, there's parts in this map where it is very, very, very difficult. See another guy running up the hill right here, take a couple shots on him. And I love the way, not only do I love the way it feels, but I love the way the Mark 14 sounds. It's freaking OP. And we can see we knock his partner yet again. We finally get the kill on him. So now what we need to do is we need to find where the guy in the ghillie suit is. We are outside of the safe zone right now. So we're going to make a little push. Because right now, we are in top 10. There are 7 bad guys left alive. And you can see, okay, here comes the blue. So we got to make our way up this hill. And we're going to be walking right by where those 2 guys were inside that vehicle. And you can see there's the guy in the ghillie suit. We get a couple shots on him as he's running up the hill. We go ahead and get the knock. And what I want to do, I want to take him out. I want to take him out, and I want to get his ghillie suit. So right here we do have the QZB. We did switch over to the QZB as we were running a little bit low on the 7.62 ammo. Again, the QZB does run 5.56. And even with this guy knocked, plus with the storm coming, I mean, I can barely find this guy. I'm pretty much searching for him, and I pretty much run right into him before I can see him. The ghillie suit is something that you're going to, I mean, not only do you want to pick that up on any map, but especially on a map like this, where hiding is literally going to be your best friend, especially when you make it to the top 10 and the circles keep being tighter. So what we're going to do is we're going to heal up right here behind this rock. Look how much damage the zone did to us. And of course, as I'm healing, a guy right in front of me one-taps me. I had absolutely no chance, but I had to bring you guys that gameplay, more specifically because of the flare gun. I wanted to break down the map a little bit more for you guys as I'm getting a little bit more familiar with it. And that was my first time running squads. I had 15 kills, so my squad, a couple guys had 0. One guy had 1. Obviously not the best squad, but I had a lot of fun. We didn't get the chicken, but in the Chinese version, if I make it to the top 10, I'm sorry guys, I'm excited because it is very, very difficult. And just the style of gameplay at Sanhok makes it very, very hard. But it's going to be the place to level up because you can do a match in like 20 minutes. But that's going to do it for the video. Wish me luck on finding the flare gun. I'll bring that to you the moment I find one. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And I'll see you in the very next video.